Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Happy Bringling. Namaste, and welcome to Bringle Talks Design Your Unicorn Tuesdays. My name is Engineer Anshav Jain, MBB, aka Anshavatar. For last 20 plus years, I've been a corporate professional, a serial entrepreneur for last almost 10, 12 years now, and exited 7 businesses and invested in 100 plus startups globally today. Today, I'm going to reveal you my proprietary Design Your Unicorn methodology, a system born out of Design for Six Sigma, which I mastered as a Lean Six Sigma Master Black Belt. Why? Because more than 90% of the startups shut down in just 3 years' time. And out of 10,000 startups, maybe only one reaches a credible scale. But here is the good news. If you follow the structured Design Your Unicorn or DYU framework, you can shorten your journey to scale and raise funds faster and build trust with investors and transform your startup into a $1 billion company in just 3 to 5 years' time. So if you are a solopreneur, startup founder, or even an SME business owner, this talk could be a turning point for your journey. Don't miss out. And also don't miss out Design Your Unicorn Tuesdays playlist, where you will get 21 days business sustainability challenge from 80 experts across 30 plus countries who have kind of spoken over a period of 21 days. Watch every day, every week, or every day, every day one talk, and complete the sessions which they are talking about it. Also go through the 4 weeks Design Your Unicorn methodology with real-time question and answers out there, maybe solving your problem out there as well. I'll be also solving this problem and speaking about various aspects and case studies over a period of next 10 to 12 weeks. And then accordingly, we will be bringing in more experts who will be talking about this methodology and what they are doing to support the startups in totality. So let me first talk about why startups fail. Okay. More than 97% of startups or businesses shut down in less than three years' time. Less than 0.01% even ever reach to the unicorn status, maybe much lesser. Why? Because the idea was bad? No, that's not the idea. That's not the reason. But because execution, scaling, and systems were missing. They leave, they become their cash flow become negative. It becomes difficult to survive. And how long you can survive without paying yourself, without paying to, how will you continue investing your own money or trying to get the investors' money? See, remember, businesses don't fail because of lack of ideas. They fail because of lack of structure, clear processes and systems. And that's exactly why I created the Design Your Unicorn framework, a structured methodology to help you build scalable, fundable, and profitable businesses. Let me explain this in simple terms. Okay, there are 4 areas, 7 pillars, and 105 factors which can make or break your businesses. Let me take about the 4 core areas first. Okay, one is the number one important aspect is leadership, vision, and mission. See, no business will thrive unless you have a clear leadership team available. You have a vision, what you are looking at. When I say vision, not just about what you are going to do in next 2 days or 3 days or a week or probably a year, but about next 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, 100 years out there. There is a saying that if you want to start a temple, you should have a plan for 100 years. Otherwise, you will actually get more problems than rather getting the benefits out of that. And this is similarly to the business as well. When you set up a business, you should have a vision how to survive and sustain that for the next 100 years. Otherwise, don't start. And what is that? Once you have that vision, you also have to define what mission you are working towards, why you are starting up the business, for what is the purpose, who is the target audience, who are the people whom are going to benefit, why they should be coming up to you, what is your expertise, what is your leadership experience areas, which is going to be coming into the picture. The second number most area is once you understand your big dream, your vision, mission, you have a team available, at least a leadership team, you have to think about sales and marketing. How will you market the product? How will you generate inquiries? How will you reach out to your target audience? How will you bring them? How will you hook them? work on your lead magnets, get them into leads, convert them into prospects, then prospecting, convert them into the customer, then do the cross sales, up sales, and all of that. That is how the entire end-to-end marketing to sales profiling you have to do. That is called as sales funneling. Then you have to, once that starts setting up initially, you have to start focusing on the processes and system, because now your model is tested out. You've got some customers around that. Now you have to set up the systems and processes so that you can scale up to 10x or 100x or 1000x over there over a period of time. And the fourth pillar, core areas which are very critical, is called IP, legal, and finance. See, without financial model, without intellectual property saving, without legal aspects being taken care of, your business can come down to ground just like that. And there are so many case studies which are there, and we'll talk about that more in the next coming weeks. The 7 pillars which are very, very important for any business to thrive. One is vision and leadership, which is actually a subset of these 4 areas, but these are separately has to be taken care of. One is vision and leadership. Second, brand and marketing. Sales and revenues. This marketing and branding and PR comes as a separate category. Sales, revenues, revenues generation, revenues leakages, all of that comes as a separate category out there, a separate pillar out there. Operations and systems. So you focus on operational excellence, putting up the systems, right process excellence, and things like that. Innovations and IP. That is one of the area which most of the organizations don't focus upon. And we need to focus upon innovations, intellectual property, how will you protect, how you will be unique in front of other competitors and things like that. People and culture. Team management is one of the biggest challenge. Another reason why this organization doesn't grow is because of the people. They don't have the right team. Founders keep doing themselves everything. So you need to have the right team who will do the job for you, and you will grow them over a period of time. Set up the right culture within the organization. And the final is finance and fundraising. Now, fundraising is about the incoming cash flow. Financing or finance management is about outgoing cash flow. So how do you balance that out and have the right cash flow optimization is what is very important pillar out there. Remember, there are 105 factors. Now, these are the very fine details investors look at within those 7 pillars, and everything has 15 stages of it. That is how it becomes 105 factors. So missing even 1 or 2 of them can make or break your business. Imagine having a heat map or a spider chart of your startup that shows exactly where you are strong, where you are weak, and what actions you need to take. That's what Design Your Unicorn gives you. Now, how are we different from other methodologies? Is that one is itself born out of Design for Six Sigma or Six Sigma methodology. It's proven in corporates to eliminate risk, and right from the times when this is only an idea, and it is a proven methodology on that with respect to various other tools and tools available out there. It can be easily applied to startups at an idea stage and build into the scalable businesses. And even it can be applied to a large corporate, from a idea stage startup to a large level corporate. And that's where the magnitude of this methodology comes in. And that is why this methodology has been placed at different levels of your businesses. It is not a theory. It is not just a theory. It is I've deployed this into 100 plus startups so far. We have got a portfolio success rate of 100%. We use this methodology even for evaluating our own startups while funding. And that is why we have got this 100% success rate. Average investor return is around 35% growth in 3 to 5 years time for our investors. And similar, which means that startups are growing almost at the same or maybe much more around there. So Design Your Unicorn Tuesdays is not just about motivational talk. It's about structured execution. They think of it like a GPS of your $1 billion dream. Now, let me tell you a small story, and I'm not going to name the startup, but it is going to be. So I will share you a recent startup which we were evaluating and we eventually invested in, though, even though we found out some challenges or some issues out there. So I'm sharing that into that. See, there was a robotic startup which has a strong technology. They have a patent, but the biggest challenge which we have identified, and now we are working with them, is weak sales. Sales is also good, but I would say the branding, the marketing, the reaching out to other areas, they have different revenue generating options, but how will they execute, focus on that? So there has to be a separate marketing and sales team focusing only on that. Our designer unicorn spider chart and heat map expose that gap very clearly into that particular area. We created an action roadmap which helped them attract more investors and scale their businesses to a different level. And that is how you go from a blind spots to a billion-dollar opportunities. Now, I want you to take the next step. Subscribe to Bringle YouTube's channel, because every Tuesday we decode one pillar of designer unicorn. Watch 10 minutes daily, or at least on Tuesday at 2x speed, to have 100x plus growth in your thinking and as well as your business. Join the first 10 entrepreneurs who will click the link below in the description and comments and book a one-on-one call with me worth 10,000 rupees absolutely free. Download our ebooks, Dare to Dream Big or Die Wondering Your Billion-Dollar Dream, and how to fund your startup, from idea to unicorn and things like that. Buy our book, Sone Ki Chidiya Ko Jagao, Volume 1 on Amazon, and get this book will tell you how to start your businesses right from first stage to the pre-series A, series A, or even other levels of businesses out there. It's a must book for every entrepreneur. See, the book, whatever we are talking about right now, it is all consolidated, that methodology, into that book of Sone Ki Chidiya Ko Jagao, Volume 1 on Mission Zero Unemployment. While there will be a lot of other aspects which we will be discussing during our one-on-one calls or any other consulting or coaching assignments if we kind of go forward for. But everything as an entrepreneur, just remember, you have left your 9-to-5 job to work maybe 5 to 5 or 5 to 9 in the entrepreneurship world. The only difference is what people will do in corporates in 40 years, you'll be able to do it in next 10 years, and probably 10x or 100x more than that. That is the benefit of shifting your cycle from 9 to 5 to 5 to 9, which means 5 a.m. to 9 p.m. you're working. And that is how the entrepreneurship journey is. I've done that. I'm still doing it at times. And I've done it not for 1, 2, 3 years. I've done it for straight 7, 10 years so far. And this journey is not easy, because you are going to be lonely. You are going to find so many challenges. Everything you will have to do it on your own. But believe me, guys, if you have this Design Your Unicorn methodology with you, you will have no problems. It will be a cakewalk for you. You will just apply the principles step by step, and you'll keep getting those successes over a period of time. 21 days, you will get your business model ready. 21 weeks, it will become a execution plan with the right things. 21 fortnights, you will scale it up to 10x or 100x out there. 21 quarters, that will help you out businesses to become a more sustainable or reaching to a series A, series B kind of funding. And then 21 months or a quarter, 21 years, eventually whatever, is that you will be able to grow into the next level of unicorn. So that's how the entire methodology is grown and supported for you. I would like to thank you for staying with me till today in this episode of Design Your Unicorn Tuesdays. Today we introduce the framework and why most startups fail. Next week, we will dive into leadership and vision, the number one factor that decides whether your startup will soar or sink. So subscribe, turn on the bell notification, and don't miss it. Remember this: dare to dream big or die wondering what could have been your billion-dollar dream. This is Anshav Jain, Anshavatar, signing off. See you next Tuesday. And this is where you will be looking at for designing your unicorn. We call it as transform your ideas into a billion-dollar company in 3 to 5 years time. So let's speak loud. Jagao, jagao, har ghar tiranga ke saath, har ghar sone ki chidiya ko jagao. Keep awakening the golden bird hidden inside each of you. Spread the Bringle dream wave. Keep bringing, keep growing.